I love watching documentaries, and some of the documentaries I watch are about terrorism. Now, hear me out. I was watching a documentary the other night, and these terrorists hijacked a plane in the 70s. And once you hijack a plane, you're in control of the plane and all its systems, where it lands. You take over everything. You're taking over the entire system. Not just that one plane. You've kind of taken over all planes everywhere because they're worried about what you're going to do. And now I'm going to make a large leap into something else that's slightly related to this. When you are taken over by that which you love to do, by your calling, it hijacks all the systems in your mind, body, and soul. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you figure out what it is you want to do in life, you've been hijacked. It's like, in a certain sense, it's a terrorist takeover. I don't mean to make light of terrorism, of course. In this day and age, you have to explain that, obviously. But there's something about, it feels like a violent takeover. You realize, you've realized this before. Something happened in your life. Maybe you're a kid and somebody threw you a basketball, or you watched a movie about, an astronaut, and instantly you knew space was what you wanted to do, or playing basketball is what you want to do. It hijacked your system. It overtook you. And the word that's been in my mind, these two words, hijack, there's something about successful people. It looks like they've been hijacked by something. And the second word is fanatic. They look fanatical to me. And I started to do some research on the term fanatic because I was curious where it originated. And it was a religious term, and it meant to be possessed by a god or a demon. It's the same principle as being hijacked. So when you're a fanatic, something takes over you. Something comes into your psyche, and every system is reorientated towards the thing to which you're a fanatic about. Maybe it's sports, maybe it's writing, maybe it's business, maybe it's being a doctor, a lawyer. Who knows? Everyone's slightly different. Of course, people can be fanatics about the same thing. And I've noticed successful people are fanatics. They just hone in on one thing. Now, I was getting ready to do a talk about hijacking and fanaticism. And last night, synchronistically, I'm watching a documentary about Bill Gates. Very great documentary on Netflix called Inside the Brain of Bill Gates, or something like that. And he was saying, here's what separated me from a lot of other people. I was fanatical about coding. I was a fanatic. I was more fanatical about coding. I had one thing I focused on, and that's all I did. I had a partner, Paul Allen. Paul Allen was a brilliant guy as well, but Paul was into electric guitars. He was into space. What else? He loved science fiction. So he had a lot of different interests, probably led a more richer life. But Bill Gates said the difference with me is I was fanatical towards Microsoft. That's all I wanted to do. And really inspirational. Please watch it. I'm going to do some more talks about that documentary as well. But as I was thinking about this, a real funny, I want to add this really quickly. He said, listen, Bill Gates said, some people said I was hard on the employees at Microsoft in the early days. And he said, I wasn't hard. I wasn't hard at all. I told people anybody can work part-time. You just got to pick which 12 hours you want to work. I love that. But when you're fanatical, that's how you think. Like, why would you want to be anywhere else? I live in New York City, and when I'm on the train, I see fanatics everywhere. But here's the thing. Most people become fanatical about things that don't really mean anything. They're playing games on their phone like Bejeweled and Ninja Slice Fruit, or whatever the hell it's called. They're playing racing games. The people are fanatical. Every time there's a Jets game or a Yankees game or a Knicks game, I see fans. I see fanatics. Their whole life's about their team. I don't know what they're doing in their personal life. I don't know if they're fanatical about their career, their job, their family. See, if you want to become the very best you can be, and hopefully that means one of the best in your field, you've got to become a fanatic. You've got to be possessed by this thing. You have to throw yourself into that which you want to do most in this world. And I was also thinking about this phrase, throw yourself. And it's true, because here's what happens with something that's a calling, something that you can be fanatical about. It's kind of like it has its own jet stream, okay? And it's just roaring by above your head, right? Just right above your head, it's just roaring by. You have to throw yourself into that jet stream, then the jet stream starts to take you, starts to commandeer you wherever you need to go. Or you can think of it like a rushing river. Here's what you want to do. Here's this river rushing by, white water, powerful, forceful. You have to throw yourself into it. That's what we mean when we say throw ourselves. Stop thinking, get a little bit stupid, and just begin. And then put tons and tons of hours in. More than you think you can do. More hours, more time. Just immerse yourself in it. I had a friend who was a dancer. And from the time of 8 years old, it was only dance all the time. And as she got older in her 20s and 30s, didn't matter what time of day you went to visit her. If she wasn't dancing, she had dance on her phone. She was studying dance. This was it. That's all she did. She'd become a fanatic. She was possessed by dancing. I've seen it with my friends who are golfers. I've seen it with soccer players. I've seen it with academics. I go to a school where there's some great researchers there, and they're fanatics about their research. They've read every paper in their particular field. They are obsessed, and they work these incredibly long hours. And they just don't, when you're a fanatic, it pulls all your resources, because now all your resources are focused on one issue. And it gives you more energy. It gives you more endurance. Other people are fading away because they're a little bit scattered, but a fanatic has a laser-like focus. There's something about maybe the Cyclops. You know, it's one eye. It's kind of, I've talked about this in the Killer Instinct program. In a way, it's sexual. And what I mean by that is, like, when you really like somebody, when you have fallen, when you have a crush, everything is focused on that crush. Well, the same with a fanatic. They become focused on that one thing, that one goal, what they want to achieve, what they want to create. And it's every resource is dedicated to that, and it gives them excess energy. They sleep less. They don't fatigue early. They'll take a little nap maybe, and then 20 minutes later wake back up and feel fully refreshed. It unlocks certain powers within you to become a fanatic. And maybe, just maybe, spiritually speaking, you are possessed by something that's beyond this world. It's an interesting thought to have, a healthy thought. Now, again, people become fanatics about dangerous things. People can become fanatics about useless things. But if you're listening to this, I know there's something that you're fanatical about, and you have to give yourself permission to be a fanatic, because the term doesn't typically have a positive connotation in our society, but it should. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Talk to you soon. Bye.